Hey guys, I'm JR.
And I'm John Paul, and this is Christian
HQ. Now there's many verses in the Bible that tell us not to fear evil. And many people associate evil with things like snakes, scorpions, demons, ghosts, whatever you want to call them. But we believe that the Bible verses aren't actually talking about that evil, but more of an internal evil.
Yeah, and the internal evils is what really could be the evilest. Because if you fall into trying to make the right decisions and you end up because you're too lazy to make the correct decision, or you're too scared to make the right decision because of how somebody else might look at you for what you decide to do. And those making the wrong decision in those instances could keep you from doing what God wants you to do. And I completely understand why it would be scary to make a decision that like your family or somebody else doesn't think that you should be making. And also to make a decision that would require you to actually do stuff and not be lazy. Because the easiest thing to do is just be lazy, and make the simplest choices. But we believe God is always with you to help you make the right decisions. And if you do make the right decisions, and say it is tough, He's there to help you and hold your hand and get you through it.
That's true. And I think the biggest fears come to our head whenever God is testing us, because that's why He tests us, to make us stronger mentally. And so whenever He's testing us and these fears come to our head, I think it's super important to remember that these fears are not real and you don't need to listen to them. I know it's hard not to listen to them because the voices in your head can be extremely loud and the fears can be very tempting to give into. But God doesn't want that for us, and that's the reason He's testing us. And that's what these Bible verses are talking about. Whenever you're going through these tough times, you need to remember that these thoughts in your head are not real, and it's not going to lead you to the path you think it's going to lead you to. You're going to be okay, and God knows that, and God's got a plan for you always.
Yeah, and when He says fear no evil, He means it. There's nothing really here that we should fear, whether it be outside influences or the decisions that we decide we have to make. As long as you're doing stuff the way God wants you to, and you're doing stuff for God, there's really no reason to be scared of anything.
No, never. And whenever God calls you to action, you're going to have those fears in your head, but they don't really matter, because whatever happens, God's calling you to action. He wants you to do something. The only thing you have to do is act on it and suppress the fears and just act on what God wants you to do. And you're going to be rewarded from it, and you're going to do what God wants you to do, because He doesn't care how well you do it. He just cares that you do it and don't hold back, because the fears are what is holding you back.
Yeah, well, we hope you guys like this. Hope it helps somebody out there. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time.
See y'all next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.